Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Rinia Alia Putri binti Rodi Azli. My matrix number is 11 DPI 24F 2001. Today, my groups will present about exporting. But first, let me introduce you to my teammates. The first one is Fatin dan Najwa binti Hussein. The second one is Dinesh Warren. The third one is Muhammad Aiman bin Rosmi.
Exporting means selling goods or services that are produced in one country to customer in another country. It is the most common and traditional form of international business. Exporting is usually cheaper and easier compared to setting up factories or branch abroad because it requires less investment. There are two main ways of exporting. First, direct exporting, where the company sells directly. Second, indirect exporting, where the company use middlemen to reach customer. Exporting help companies expand their market, increase their sales, and build a global presence. In short, it allows business to grow internationally without having to physically operate in another country.
There is three types of exporting. The first one is direct exporting, the second one is indirect exporting, and the third one is intra-corporate transfer. What is direct exporting? Direct exporting means when a company sells its product directly to a foreign customer without using intermediaries, local agents, or distributor. This means the business retains full control over the process. It's like the company manages sales, marketing, shipping, and customer service itself, and the company communicates and deals directly with customer in another country because no intermediaries involved. It will require more knowledge and resources. Because of the company manage everything on its own, they will know how to interact with customer and also can put a little bit high price for their products. This technique commonly used by a larger firm or those with international experience, for example, a phone brand such as Samsung from South Korea that sells smartphones directly to retailer in Malaysia. There is so much advantage for using direct exporting. The first one is a higher profit margin because no middlemen are involved, so the company keeps a larger share of the profit. The second is greater control over pricing, branding, and customer relationship because you can get a customer feedback immediately. When there is so much advantage, there is no mean that they don't have a disadvantage. The disadvantage is a higher cost and risk due to marketing, logistics, and requirement because the company will face costs related to marketing in the foreign market and hiring a training staff. They also need to require a strong knowledge of foreign markets and business practice before they need to follow a foreign regulation, which can be complex. The foreign regulations refers to the law, rules, and policies established by a country or groups of countries.
Hello everyone, now I will be explaining about the indirect exporting. First, what is indirect exporting? It is when a company uses intermediaries or a middleman such as the export houses or trading company to sell their product abroad. In this case, the company does not deal directly with the foreign buyers. This method is usually suitable for the firm that have a little international experience or limited resources because the intermediaries will handle the most of a difficult part like a documentation, shipping, and the foreign market risk. So, basically, the company only needs to sell its goods to an intermediaries in its home country, and the intermediaries will take care of the export process. Now, let's move to the advantage. The first advantage is that it lower risk and cost compared to the direct exporting. And the second is allow easy market entries because intermediaries handle the most of the export process for the company. However, there are also some disadvantages. The first one is a lower profit margin since the company has to share a revenue with a middleman. And the second disadvantage is less control over the thing like a branding, pricing, and the customer relationship because everything is managed by the intermediaries. So, in short, indirect exporting is a safer and easier way to enter the foreign market, but the company will have to give up some profit and control.
Good morning and hello everyone. Today I will present about the intra-corporate transfer. Intra-corporate transfer means the movement of goods, service or resources between the patent company and its branches in other countries. It's happened within the same group of companies as usual in a big multinational companies. For my explanation, intracorporate transfer usually happens when a big company that has many branches in different countries sends goods or raw materials to its own branches. For example, Apple is a United States sends iPhone parts like chip and screens to its factory in China for assembly because its transfer happens within the same company. It's called an intra corporate transfer. So next is the price of this transfer is not decided in the open market but is set into the company. This method is transfer pricing. It's also used to share technology, raw materials or components to reduce the need of outside suppliers lah. So next is on this topic intro corporate transfer, there is a advantage also have, a disadvantage also have. That first of all I tell about some advantages lah. The advantage is it's happened the company manage and cooperate suppliers more effectively. It save cost because the company does not need to buy from outside suppliers. Everything stays within the same company, so you all can understand that lah. So disadvantage is the company may face tax problem and strict government rules about the transfer pricing, and this method only fits for large multinational companies, not for small companies lah. So from my conclusion, intracorporate is an important strategy for multinational companies to manage resources better than reduce the cost. However, it must be done carefully to follow tax law and international trade rules. That's all from my presentation, and thank you for listening. Thank you.